Hello, everybody. We are live, and I am on my computer. Let's see if we can move some things around here. This is my first time here using live on the computer, so I'm not quite sure. Hello. I'm not quite sure how to use all of the tools, but we're going to go with it. Thank you for joining. Of course, as you know, my name is Ronice from Robert and Ronice, aka Winging It with the Whitfields. And I am going to be looking off to the side here so that I can look at my notes of what I'm going to talk about. So let me go here. I feel like I'm trying to figure out Zoom for the first time. Um, let's see. Okay. It's just things are popping up as I'm here, and I'm so used to just being on my iPad on live, not in the studio. So we're just going to move forward. Once again, if you're new to the channel, it is myself and my husband. We work 9 to 5 jobs. However, we are looking to use real estate to help us retire early and begin to build generational wealth for our family and our generations to come and their generations. All right, so I see that I have one person joining so far. Thank you so much for joining. Um, I don't know if it will allow you to comment. I tried to set up the settings, so if you can just say hey or something so I can see over here in my comment section what's popping up, I would appreciate it. So let's jump into it. Well, let me just ask first, am I loud enough? I just want to make sure that you can hear me clearly. Um, if not, just tell me to speak up because I don't know how to, work everything down here. So, all right, let's get into it. The last time that Robert and I were on here reflecting, we were pretty much finished with the home. Thank you so much for joining. We are pretty much finished with rehabbing the home. This is our first investment property. We have a mentor. That mentor was able to pull together a team for us. It's a part of the program that we signed up for. We are her first students. And so a lot of things that we're working through are changing for the better. And I like it that way. We started classes and we got a deal like after 1 month of being in the mentorship program, we got a deal. So we had to pivot. All right. Um, the rehab was done on February 20th. So, for those of you who need a small recap, we joined the mentorship November. We put in an offer December 1st. The offer was received December 1st. We closed on January 13th. We started rehabbing the home January 14th, and we finished rehabbing the home February 20th. Now, between that time of rehabbing, it was my responsibility to figure out how we were going to move forward as far as getting the home rented. My husband and I um, was going back and forth in deciding, do we want to rent the home or do we want to sell the home? Because of that, our mentor made sure that we put money aside just in case at the last minute we wanted to sell the home, because there's a different design. There are different things that you tackle when you're just renting the home for the rehab versus selling the home. When you're renting the home, of course, in either situation, the basics are going to be done. Everything's going to function correctly. There's not going to be any jankiness happening in the rehab. It's just that some things, when it's time to rehab to sell a house, you're going to upgrade things that you might not have to upgrade if you're renting. So we were moving forward in the mindset that we were renting the home. And so I was supposed to try to find either companies to rent the home, which I tried to connect with insurance companies, and I was able to find their third party business that I could register with in order to rent to insurance agencies for displaced families. I was able to find that. I was able to contact the hospital that is nearby, and the most of them healthcare workers that I spoke with said that back when it was COVID in that particular area, I would have been fine getting nurses to rent. However, we are well beyond COVID, thank goodness. And so getting the travel nurses to rent the home isn't that popular. And so that option was a no go. Then I looked into working with agencies who rent by the bed, into which I found three agencies. I had a special open house for those agencies, and one showed up. However, that particular young lady was had a mentor herself, and as she did her walkthrough of the house, her mentor was on FaceTime, and there are a couple of things that we learned through our exchange there. And one of the things is the home needs to be preferably in a place with public transportation, and Mansfield doesn't have that. So now it's like getting to the wire, and the idea of renting the house is just not making as much sense as it is to sell the house. So we decided to sell the house. Now, up until then, everything has been flowing just smooth, like they say, like a baby behind. And just hadn't had any issues. So now it's time to sell the house. Now, remember, when we rehabbed the home with the mindset that we were going to rent the home. All right. So we decided to put the home on the market. The home went on the market March 6th, 2026. All right. We decided to have an open house. All right. So the weekend of the open house, it rained that Saturday, like storm, like rain. So nobody came out on that Saturday. The next day, Sunday morning, it was showers in the morning, but the open house was from 2 to 4, and it was a gorgeous sunny day, nice temperature, just lovely day. So I wasn't planning on being there right when it opened. There was an agent there that was hosting the open house. And when I got there, I would say maybe around 2:45-ish. There was another realtor in there. Um, and she told me that there was a person who lived in the neighborhood who like knocked on the door at like 1:55 and was like, I know it's not 2 o'clock yet, but I really want to get in. I live nearby. When I saw the sign go up, I was super excited about it. And I'm here and I just want to know, can I just come in and look around? So of course, the agent said, yes, sure, come on in. And so I guess she did her 1-2 step through the house, and I'm just looking over here to kind of make sure I'm going through the little timeline. Yeah. Talked about the rental. Um, Oh, yeah, about the rental. Because the insurance is way higher than what we projected, even though we also put in a cushion. Another reason why we just didn't rent to a family is because what I would have been paying a month versus what I could get for rent a month would have been extremely tight. So we would have made maybe like $50 a month, and we just didn't want to take that chance. So I just want to make sure I threw that in there. That's another determining factor that let us pivot to say, hey, you know what? We're just going to sell it. We don't want to take a chance with it. Okay, so now we're into where she comes back downstairs and she says, absolutely lovely. I love it. All 5 bedrooms are upstairs. And so I know a lot of people want a primary downstairs, but this house layout was made so that all the entertaining can happen downstairs. And, having a primary room downstairs, you might want to go to sleep and it's still people kind of like out. So all the rooms are upstairs so that all the entertaining can happen downstairs. But she loved it. So we were like, what? Okay. She was like, okay, the only thing I want done is the bathtub. I want you to, like, I think it's called refurbish, like make it white. It looks like beige, so make it white. And then I guess one of the drawers in the bathroom on the inside, she wanted that updated. So okay, we're like, yeah. And she's like, okay. I think she's like, I'm gonna find me a realtor. I'm gonna put the paperwork together. I'm gonna start sending stuff over to you. She reached out to the listing agent, which is also our GC and our mentor. Hi, nice to meet you. I just want to introduce myself. She gave her the story as well. My kids live in the district. I don't want them to leave out of the district. I'm going to put something together and hopefully I'll be able to get something to you on Monday. If not Monday, definitely Tuesday because I want this house. This house is perfect, perfect location. And the price, chef's kiss. Like you're not going to be able to find a home with 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms in Mansfield, Texas at this price. So the list price is $439,999. So she's just stoked. Is well under $450,000. Just like I'm trying to get it in. Like this, you're good as sold, good as sold. So okay, we over here like, okay, we the first open house, got somebody interested. There were 2 more people that came by. One group of people didn't like the layout at all. Another one said they were just kind of looking and seeing, not really ready to buy yet, just kind of looking and seeing what's on the market. All right. So I personally decided to have a content and conversation hour of power for any realtor who wants to come out and get footage. So I was able to kind of kick back, hang out with a couple of realtors that was there. They did their content, asked them some questions, kind of networked, and all right, let's move forward. She didn't get all the paperwork in Monday, but on Tuesday, we officially had an offer. Now, we did have to negotiate a little bit, which, okay, we understood that, people going to shoot their shot. They're going to try and make it do what it do. So, yeah, she came in asking for under the list price, which we were kind of confused because we thought that this was just like the perfect price. You're not going to find this anywhere. But then she asked for something else. I don't want to get too much into detail. And she asked for something else and she asked for something else. And we was like, hold up. If you gonna ask for this and this, we'll give you this, but this price gonna go back to this. And so we kind of got to an agreement and we was like, okay, we all in agreement. So signed everything. Bam. Let's see. Render sale. Okay. Uh-huh. Offer came in, negotiated, and now we're under contract. So I got on Zillow and the thing said it went from for sale to contingent. And I was like, dang, this thing is fast. Oh, honey, look, it's just moving so fast. So we were super excited about that. Made a little post, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, she has an option period where she can do her due diligence. Um, and if she wants to back out, she could. If anything on our end, which we were good, we knew everything was good. So we weren't worried about it. Came down to the day before the last day of the option period, and we got a call. We got a call that, oh, well, I wasn't able to get everybody out that I wanted to come out. And could you just please extend it one more day to Monday? That was a Friday, it was supposed to be like, that's it. You get everybody in that you can get in. And if you don't get them in by this day, but we were like, okay, we'll give you till Monday. We know everything is good. We didn't, cut any corners. Everything is legit on our end. Um, and so, yeah, we'll give you until Monday. So came back Monday evening, or was it Tuesday? Whatever day it was, when I tell you the list of demands was like the scroll that Jesus wrote the 12 commandments on. I mean, and I'm looking at it like, you trying to get an entirely new home, which is already priced at a price so that a family who normally can't afford to live in Mansfield and have a nice home, like, okay, one example. She wanted all the windows replaced. When we did the inspection for ourselves before we bought it and we had the inspector come in, the inspector taped off all the windows that were a no-go, a absolutely no-go. And so we knew the budget to budget in for those windows being replaced. So we were okay with it. We moved forward with the deal and we replaced every single window that had the blue tape on it. We replaced it. And we have proof that we replaced those windows. But she wanted all the windows replaced. If we started now with all the windows replaced, I'm just telling you right now, it got worse from there. When I say, I don't want to go too much into detail, but I do want to let you know it was like the 12 commandment scroll of what she wanted for the home. And we're looking like, clearly, if we were to do every single thing on this scroll that you're asking us to do, you're going to have to pay the price of all the other $500,000 5-bedroom homes in Mansfield. Like, no. So, of course, my mentor talked with us, asked us what we wanted to do. It was a heavy no for us because now it's like, if we would have completed all of the commandments that you were requiring, we not making any money at all. Like, we just bought you a house to get less and owe money. Like, mm-mm. So our mentor did remind us, okay, so here's the thing. Remember, I made you guys put money to the side. So in case we decided that we were not going to rent, we did have money to the side so that we could put renovations in that would justify us trying to sell the home. So the roof was 6 years old. We have proof that the roof was 6 years old. We made adjustments to the roof when we rehabbed it. She wanted an entirely new roof. So we had a decision to make. We terminated the contract because we don't even, I mean, God knew that everybody wasn't going to follow them 12 commandments, 10 commandments. Girl, into my 12 because I'm thinking of the number 2. So he narrowed it down and just say, hey, just do these 2. Y'all messing up on the 10. Let me just break it down to 2. So if God knew that we weren't going to do all the 10 commandments and we was going to narrow it down to 2, then you should have known. I don't want to be rude. So anyways, moving forward, we went ahead and terminated the contract, and we decided that because of the area that we're in And because we have money set aside, and we were going to do the roof anyway and refurbish the tub anyway, um, to sell, if we were going to sell it, those were going to be things that we said, okay, we're in this city where people are persnickety and they're going to want to have this, this, and this. So here's where we're at. We're doing a new roof. Okay. Um, we're doing that bathtub. That's it. That's all. That's all we're doing. Um, and we still gonna keep the price the same. All right. So for a family, and like I said, guys, we are literally not trying to get these houses and flip them and price out families, that will have an opportunity to live in luxury at an affordable price. That's not what we're trying to do. I know a lot of investors get a bad name because they cut corners and then they price everybody out and they cut corners. We are providing quality licensed work. Okay. Check our stuff, licensed. You can get a report, work. Um, and we're pricing it at a price where families can afford it. And it's like, like, come on. So anyway, you're not gonna get your cake and eat it too. Like, we're not here. We trying to build generational wealth. I'm trying to retire. All right. So, mm-mm. So, all right. Moving forward, um, we made the decision that we're going to go ahead and use the funds that we set aside, um, for if we were going to sell rehab, and we're moving forward with doing those two things. Because the house don't really. Never mind. All right. So let's see. This is what happened. Yes. What happened was, um she called out like the top name brand companies to come and do all of the like inspections. So of course, if you call in the top name brand company, they're going to tell you, oh, the roof is horrible. The roof is, you're going to need a whole new roof. Oh, um oh, the levels of the foundation are just horrible. You're gonna need, this many beams and piers. And oh, it's just horrible. You're gonna need this. Oh, what else is the big? Oh, the foundation, electric, HVAC, roof. Like, anybody that you bring in and they see that you rushing and you're on the time, like, they're gonna tell you, you're gonna need all new windows. Oh yes, this is horrible. You need all new windows. And so I think by her calling out those big name companies to come, it kind of scared her. And maybe she thought, and this is me giving her the benefit of the doubt because I do that as well. Maybe she thought, no wonder the price is so low because it has all this stuff that needs to be done. It needs foundation work. It needs a roof. All the windows are bad. It needs a whole new HVAC. It needs a new water heater. It needs, I'm not saying these are the things that she said she needed. I'm not saying that these were part of the 10 Commandments, but I'm just saying that's what happens. And I think that's what might have scared her off. Um, so yeah, she got her money back. She got her earnest money back because we did extend the day. So okay, we're good on that. Let's see. We said no, she got her earnest money back. We reevaluated. We're going in. We had now then. Okay, so for us, when we saw the 10 Commandments, we were offended. I was offended. I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. But I was totally offended because I was like, why would you think I'm going to go in here and give you a janky house? Like, I'm not about to give you no janky house. Like, I'm not, what they say, not about to put lipstick on a pig. Like, I'm not doing that, as you can see. Okay, so I was a little offended, and so was our mentor in GC. So we was like, hold up, now we know we sent the right people in there. So like a majority of the things that were on the Ten Commandments list, we sent our people, our licensed professionals back out to the home to recheck everything that was on the Ten Commandments list. And for those of you who are just joining, I'm calling it the Ten Commandments list because when we got that um, amendment to the contract of all the things that the buyer wanted to be fixed, it was like that scroll of the Ten Commandments that God made for us. So yeah, the HVAC person was like, it's nothing wrong with this. The water heater person said was nothing wrong. Like the foundation people was like, this is the correct amount. You're in Texas. Everything is not going to be 100% level across the board. This is the normal shifting range. Like we went back and had them come back out just to like, don't do us. We got like we know what we're doing over here. So yeah. And so that gave us the confidence to know that okay, we're on the right track. That was exciting that we got that offer, that we went under contract, but it's okay. Like I literally when we terminated the contract, I literally told my husband, I was like, you know what? This our hurdle. Like everything's been going so super smooth, and we have a hurdle. So okay, we expect the hurdles. Let's jump over it and let's move forward. So the house is getting a new roof, and that will be done by Saturday. Today is Wednesday, and we're just gonna keep it moving. We're going to continue to advertise. It's back in the MLS under for sale. We do have a payment coming up in March, so we do have a little cushion to cover that. We ain't trying to let it stay on the market for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, but we did have a little reserves for it to sit on the market for the average time that it sits on the market. So we're good there. So um I think that's pretty much all that I want to cover in this particular one. On the next episode, I want to get into a little bit more about them HGTV amounts because let me tell you something. We sat down with our had a Zoom meeting with our CPA, and y'all could try and count our pockets, and y'all could try and see, oh, they were all in at this and they sold it for this. So, oh, the Whitfields made 114,000 $50 million. That ain't what's gonna hit the bank. That ain't what's gonna hit the bank. So I think in the next episode, I'm going to show you how the money that looks like this, like they put the money to the money that looks like this, turn into this. So that's gonna be on the next episode. Let's see if it's anything else that I want to talk about. Back on the market. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah, that's basically this episode, giving you that update. We have a lot going on. Our daughter is going on college visits. And of course we're gonna be right there beside her. So we gotta, be here and there everywhere. And we still driving for dollars, still advertising ourselves. Went to a home today and there were like 6 or 7 other investors that showed up. I don't like that kind. I'm not here for it. I don't want to be in a bidding war. It's just like, call me first, call me last, call me whatever that commercial was, but don't. Mm-mm. All right, so yeah, I mean, I have so much that I can talk about that has happened, but I just don't want it to be super long. I'm already at like 30 minutes. So I don't have no fancy ending. This is the end. Y'all come back. I guess I'm gonna just go live again tomorrow because I gotta get all this out because I know it's a lot more to come and I don't want to get behind. And I know It's a lot to come. So make sure y'all come back, and thank you for joining us tonight. Bye. Okay, now let me see how you end this thing.